Get your horror figures at Big Bad Toy Store. The link in the description.
Horror, kaiju, Dragon Ball, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews.
Happy Freddy Krueger Day, everybody! Bet you didn't know that, but September 13th is Freddy Krueger Day, and today I've got a video for you where we're going to be looking at Freddy's Furnace diorama for you today, kids, and oh boy, this is a fun one. It is a fantastic diorama piece that, quite frankly, is starting to get a bit more rare, and with that, the price goes up, and diorama piece? We collect action figures, right? We don't need that. Well, like I said, Freddy has had some fun with this one, so let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding into your collection. Rather short, sweet, and to the point, Freddy's Furnace here has, a nice grungy look to it, and quite frankly, yeah, it's a nice throwback to the movie. Now, what I will say here for this one, it is kind of out of place if you just throw it up on a shelf, so that's probably going to be the only drawback here. But contained in its own right, I do think NECA did a rather nice job. It is going to be made out of sort of a hybrid hard plastic and vinyl in some parts. The actual housing in and of itself is going to be rather rock solid, but some of the things like the grating and tube and stuff, they do feel a little softer. So this way, you know, you're not really going to damage anything, and it's not necessarily just going to fall off the shelf and crack, so that is good to see. Now, the paint application for this is rather nice. We do have some browns mixed in with other browns, and not to make mention of the browns. Wow, you can't really deny that, and also the rust color, which is brown. Now, the red valve doesn't have any point of articulation, so don't try to spin it like I did. Not that I actually did, because if you actually do that, you may twist it off, and that's not very good. Now, like I did make mention, this is going to have a vinyl grate there that enters into the fun house, or as Hugo Martin may say, the fun zone. So that's actually going to be on a hinge, and it does open up, and on the inside, there's going to be some tinfoil. So this doesn't go on your head. There's actually a switch that's underneath that lights up a little flame on the inside. It's not really going to be a whole lot different than a candle light, so don't expect anything more than that out of the flame quality that's on the inside. Now, a Galaxy Brain Steven here hasn't changed the batteries on this. So here's what it looks like with dim batteries. Okay, now when you change the batteries, here's what it looks like, and it does look a little better. Not a whole heck of a lot, but it does look good. And when you have it up on the shelf, you do have it lit up, it is going to be fine. It is rather noticeable, so don't think it's going to be entirely not great. It's going to be just fine. It's going to light up, and in a distance, it is going to flicker, just like you would expect a real flame to do. Now, what would have been really cool is on the inside, if they coated the entire inside with that tinfoil instead of just the back. And just as a fun note, I can't really get up there to show you a picture. I would have to say about 3/4 of that back panel of the furnace is going to have that tin foil. Now let's go ahead and move on over just to a size comparison, real short, sweet, and to the point here, because this is going to be in scale with the NECA Freddy Krueger figures. And you'll notice that unfortunately I don't have any Mezco 112s here because they're boxed up and put away. However, next month when we do the Freddy Krueger figure fight, I guarantee you this will make another appearance. So you'll just have to wait until then. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Original MSRP, you can usually find it between somewhere to 40 to 45 bucks, I believe. And quite frankly, I do think that's a rather nice price for Freddy's Funhouse here. Now, with that being said, I'm really jealous of Freddy Krueger because when you put Freddy versus Jason, I like Jason a bit more. But Freddy has so many accessory sets when it comes to NECA. We have the dedicated accessory set, and then we have the furnace, whereas Jason just has Camp Crystal Lake. He's got one more. But still, for the furnace here, it is very good, and if you are a fan of this, I think this is even a good place to build an entire diorama off of it. So if you do happen to find it for a good price, definitely pick it up. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.